Hey guys, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. It has been a little bit since I recorded and uploaded a video, so I'm so sorry. I'm currently in my last semester of college, so things have been a little hectic. I'm taking my my last final tomorrow, and I cannot wait. I'm almost done with college. That is so crazy. And then all next week is like graduation festivities. My family's coming into town. I'm from California. I'm going to school in Chicago, so quite a ways away. And then after school ends, I'm moving to Wisconsin. So my family's gonna come and visit for graduation, obviously, so I'm gonna be spending so much time with them. I cannot wait. And my grandma also passed away like a week or two ago, so it has been just crazy. I've been interviewing for jobs and there's just been so much going on. So YouTube has kind of been on the back burner, and for that, I'm sorry, but here we are, and I have a fun video for you guys today. I don't know what I'm gonna end up titling this. You guys know, I don't. But it's kind of like a mash of a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna do my wrap up for April, my May TBR, and then I also got some books, so I'm gonna do a haul. I didn't want to make a whole separate haul video because I'm pretty sure my last video was a book haul, and then like a few videos before that was a book haul. I don't need to do another book haul, but I have more books. We're just gonna mash it all into this one video. I don't have like an official TBR for May, which is why I'm not making a separate video. I just because this month is gonna be so crazy. In like 2 weeks, oh my god, I don't like know how to say everything. So next week I'm graduating, and then I'm moving all my stuff up to Wisconsin, and I'm gonna put it at Blake's family's house. Blake is my boyfriend. We don't have our apartment until June 1st. So halfway through May, I'm gonna go back home for my grandma's funeral, and then after that I'm gonna go back up to Wisconsin, and then we're gonna move into our actual apartment. So May is gonna be very busy, and I don't know what I'm gonna read, which is why I don't have an official May TBR. That's basically the long answer. So I have like a giant pile of books here that I've read, that I'm gonna haul, that I wanna read. So let's just get started into this video because I feel like it's gonna be a long one, but you guys deserve that. So I just want to say thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for subscribing, even when I'm not even posting stuff. It really means a lot to me. We are almost at 400 or 500, I can't remember. I literally have not been on YouTube in so long. I haven't even been watching YouTube. I've been so busy. So I think it's 500. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so thank you. It means a lot to me. And yeah, let's get started. So most of the books I read in April are the books that were on my April TBR video. I read these what feels like so long ago, so I'm gonna do my best to talk about them to you guys, with you guys. Okay. So I did end up reading all 10 books on my TBR in April. These are the 10. Also, I want to add that when I move, I'm going to get bookshelves. So we will do a bookshelf building, organizing video together, which I'm so excited about. But also, like, I'll finally be able to do recommendation videos because right now all my books are in like 1,000 boxes. I've been like slowly packing them for like the past few months. So we can finally do recommendation videos. I will finally have a better background. I'm getting so sick of my thumbnails being this background. I tried to like rotate the camera angle a little bit so it's a little different, spice things up, but soon it's gonna be so much better, I promise. So we'll go in the order in which I read them. I'm gonna look at my Goodreads because genuinely I have no idea. Okay, so the first book I read was The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. And I gave this book 5 stars. I really like this book. I literally read it in like a day, like not like 24 hours, but like I read it on like a Monday and I finished it on Monday. I don't know if it was actually a Monday, but that's my example. Anyways, I love this book, and I've heard people say this is like their least favorite Abby Jimenez book, so I cannot wait to see what else she has because this book was so good. I feel like Abby Jimenez is gonna be like Taylor Jenkins Reid, not in their writing style, but that like every Taylor Jenkins Reid book is a 5-star for me, and I feel like Abby Jimenez is gonna be the same. So this book was about a woman, and genuinely I don't know what it's about. Let me read the back. I like read so many books. Sometimes I forget what they're about. I just know I like them, and that's all that matters to me. I feel like the back of the book doesn't really say what it's about. Like, this seems like a very small little side plot to me. But basically it's about Kristen and her friend's getting married, and she meets the groomsman, the best man. She meets the best man, and they like really kind of vibe with each other right off the bat. She's dating someone else, but he's like stationed away because he's in the military, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I'm not doing this book justice, but go read it. It was so good if you haven't read it. I feel like a lot of people have. I think it's quite an older book, but it was good. Anyways, next I read Set on You by Amy Leah. This is my first book by Amy Leah. I think this is her first book too. Like, I think this is the first one she wrote, and it was good. I liked it. Oh, okay. I gave this book a 3.5 stars, which sounds kind of bad, but I really like this book. It's about a gym influencer, and she like is frenemies with this guy because obviously it's like enemies to lovers, but they're really not enemies. He just uses her squat rack and she gets mad. But they like, words aren't wording right now. This guy, okay, starting over. Her grandma is getting married to this guy's grandpa, and they don't know at first. So like she gets in a little tiff with him at the gym because he takes her squat rack, and then she sees him when they go to like a family brunch or whatever. And then, yeah, just read it. I don't know. Maybe this was a bad day to film this video because I can't word, but it was a good one. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and Blake and I are getting Mexican food and margaritas later, and we're gonna eat it on the beach, and that's literally all I can think about. So words aren't wording. The next book I read was Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I gave this book a 2.75 stars. I liked the ending. I just couldn't get over the rest of the book. Like, it was such a weird plot. It's about this girl, and her dad is a big famous treasure hunter, and she owns a ranch where they do like fake treasure quests, and her dad has like one last quest for her, and like it was so weird. It was such an odd story. This was so out of the ordinary for Christina Lauren to write about. I don't think I would recommend this book. I just normally like most of their books, and the cover was really pretty, and I've had it for a while, so I wanted to read this one, but it was odd. I listened to it on audiobook, and I think that helped. If I was reading this as a physical copy, I would have put it down so much sooner. But yeah, I read that. If you're curious about any of the summaries, please just go look them up because I am not doing anything any justice. Okay, next book I read was Jitterbug Perfume. This one I gave a 2 stars by Tom Robbins. I don't think I am the targeted audience for this book. This was one of my best friend's favorite books, so I read it for him, and I didn't really like it. It was really long, and it just kind of dragged on, and the plot didn't make sense for me, and I don't like it when books don't make sense because I just feel stupid, and I hate feeling stupid, as most people probably do. So this one, I think I kind of just ended up skimming it a little. I didn't DNF it because I've never DNF'd a book, and I don't plan on it. So I kept going with it, but I don't know. I'm just not the targeted audience. So maybe do some research to see if you are. I'm not. I feel like I'm making no sense in this video, and it's gonna be awful, so bear with me. Okay, the next book I read, was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, and I gave this book a 4.7 stars. I loved it. It was so good. This book follows 2 characters, mainly, Sadie and Sam, and they meet when they're super young, and Sam was hospitalized a lot as a kid, and he would pass time by playing video games, and Sadie's sister was in the hospital, so Sadie would come and play video games with Sam, and then they meet again in college, and they like get together and make a video game, and then the rest is just kind of about them making video games. And I feel like I would compare this kind of to Carrie Soto's Back, where Carrie Soto's Back was all about tennis, and I don't care about tennis, but I love that book. This book is all about video games, and I don't care about video games, but I love this book. So it's kind of like a topic I don't really care about, but the way the author writes about it keeps me intrigued, and I really did care about the characters. So definitely recommend this one. Ooh, then I picked up Mr. Wrong Number. This book has seen a tragedy. Look at that. Okay, it's not gonna focus, but I spilled water in my backpack and this book was in there. So it's a little bit crusty, but it was a good book. It's about Olivia, and she has a bunch of bad luck and accidentally sets her apartment on fire. So she moves in with her brother, and her brother is living with his friend Colin, and she's known him for quite a while because it's like her brother's best friend, so brother's best friend trope. And it was actually really good. This book was like kind of funny, like I was laughing. It's by Lynn Painter, so obviously it's gonna be a good one. I really like Lynn Painter's books. This is not YA, this is her adult romance, and there's a second one that's coming out, or that did come out, The Love Wager, I think, follows the brother. So I recommend this one. It was good. I give it a 4.5 stars. Then I read The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I have been putting this book off for the longest time. I actually decently liked it. I gave it a 3.5 stars, so it wasn't too bad. It's about Mare, and that's all I remember. It's kind of dystopian fantasy, I think. There's like people with red blood and people with silver blood. If you have silver blood, you are like the elite, basically. So Mare grew up with red blood, and she still has red blood, but she has like, words. So the silvers are the elite, and they have like a special power. Every silver has a special power, I'm pretty sure. And Mare has red blood, but she has a special power. I'll definitely continue the series because I own the entire series, but it was pretty good. Yay! And then I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I gave this book a 5 stars. It was so good. It's like an age gap romance, and I loved it. So the woman is in like the medical field. Her family is very well known, and he lives in like a little small town where his family's also been established there. They like spark up a little romance, and neither can like leave their respective town, and it was just so good. The characters, I cared so much about them, and I really liked this book. The second one came out. I have it. It'll be in my haul, and I can't wait to read it. But I totally recommend this book. It was amazing. I loved it. Then I read Dance of Thieves, and I gave this book a 4 stars. I thought it was so good. This book is about a thief and then like a king. I think he's a king. And they're kind of on like this little journey together, and there's friendship and backstabbing and lies and fights. I don't know, it was just really good. I'm so excited to read Vow of Thieves. I need to pick that one up so soon. And I just love this cover. It is so stunning. And then the last book that I read for the month of April was If We Were Villains. This is another book that I've had for quite a long time, and I've been putting it off, but it was actually really good. There were 7 friends, and they go to like this type of boarding school where they're all super into theater. It's like a theater school, kinda. And one of them dies, and it's kind of past and present timeline going back and forth, and you see our main character is in jail. The past timeline is like him telling the story to the detective. So I thought this was actually really good. It like kept me wanting to like keep reading it, and I liked it. I liked all the characters. They're all kind of like morally gray in their own way, which made it more interesting to read about. So I liked it. Okay, now I'm gonna do the like haul portion, because part of the books in the haul are books that I want to read in May. So let's do a book haul. I have 8 books that I got in like the last week. I had to go find a graduation dress, and I was looking at Target, and I went to 2 different Targets, and both times I was like, gotta check the book aisle, and then I ended up getting 4 books that day. Look at the pinks, they're so cute. Anyways, let's get started with the book haul. So the first one I have is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the Chestnut Springs series, I'm thinking. I have literally seen this book everywhere recently. Like everyone is reading it, and it's like a little small town romance, and I think they're cowboys. So I'm so excited to read this series. I wanted to get the other 2 books, but I had to, you know, refrain myself a little bit. So I got the first one, and I literally can't wait to read this. Then I picked up 2 Abby Jimenez books because I literally loved the last 2 I read. So I got the Happy Ever After playlist and Yours Truly. Yours Truly comes after Part of Your World. These are like in the same universe. And then Happy Ever After playlist comes after The Friend Zone, and these are in the same universe with Life's Too Short is the 3rd one, which I own. It's like right under you guys. Then another new release I picked up was Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This is the same author of Every Summer After, if you didn't know. The covers are very similar and I really like it. I love this cover. It is so pretty. I have no idea what this book is about and I don't want to know, so we're not gonna find out. I love going into my books blind, so when I do hauls, I feel like I have to know what they're about to tell you guys, but sometimes I just want to go in blind. So for that one, I don't want to read the back. This next one I saw at the first Target I went to and I was like, haha, that's kind of funny. And then I saw it at the second Target and I was like, whatever, I'll buy it, because I was in like an impulse buying mood, which is never good. And that is Ellie is Cool Now. I have not seen this book anywhere. I just thought the title was funny. But it's about Ellie, who in high school she was not cool and she was made fun of. And now she's like a TV writer for like a high school show, I'm pretty sure. And she has to go to her high school reunion for whatever reason. This like TV, the like the production company she's working for makes her go for God knows why. But I thought it was kind of funny and I'm actually really excited to read it. It just seems like it would be kind of silly. So yeah. Then I got a very random book, and that is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murders by Jessie Q. Sutanto, and this is the author of Dial A for Aunties. So I picked this one up. I thought this book seemed kind of funny. It's about like this little old lady. She owns a little tea shop, and one day she goes downstairs and finds a dead man in her tea shop holding a flash drive. So I think she kind of like looks into the murder or something. So I don't know, I thought it sounded kind of funny, and I really liked Dial A for Aunties, so I think I'm really gonna like this one. Next, I am so excited to read this, and that's The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. I read The Housemaid a couple months ago and literally loved it. I loved The Housemaid, so I cannot wait to pick this up. The Housemaid is about a woman who lives in the attic of a family, and she is their housemaid, obviously, and then some things kind of go weird. It reminded me a little bit of Verity. I've heard it compared to that before. It's different, but if you want something similar, I feel like that's as similar as you're gonna get. So I can't wait to read this because this is the second one. I think this is a sequel. They wrapped the first one up like pretty well. I don't see how there could be a sequel, but we'll see. And then the last book for our haul portion is In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is like just a short little book. I have seen this in Target for literal years, and then my friend read it recently and she said it was a super quick read and she absolutely loved it and that I need to read it. And I've also seen TikToks that are like, if you need to get out of a book slump, try this book. So I thought this would be good because I haven't really been in a book slump, I just haven't had time for reading, but I think like a short book like this would be perfect for me. Those are all the books in the haul. Now let me tell you what I'm thinking for my May TBR. So recently, and by recently I kind of mean my entire book reading career, hobby, I have this issue where I just want to be like 40% into a book. I hate the beginnings of books. I feel like for the most part they're kind of boring, and I hate starting a book. Like every time I think of starting a new book, I'm like, ugh, that's so annoying. But when I think of being 40% into that book and loving it, I'm like, okay, let's do it. So to cope with my problem, I think series are good. So the first book I picked up in May, which I've already started reading, is Daisy Hates. Even if this wasn't a series, I just wanted to read it so bad. I absolutely loved Magnolia Parks, so picking this one up was like a no-brainer. I'm about 70 pages in. It's literally the 5th day of May, and I've only read 70 pages this month, which is bad for me. Like, it's not my average pace. Normally I would have finished at least 2 books by now. So I can already tell this is going to be a bit of a slower month. But regardless, I still do want to enjoy the books I'm reading, so I'm not gonna like rush through anything. I have started annotating this book. I annotated Magnolia Park, so I know I would just want to annotate the whole series. And I really like the colors I chose. Let me see if I can show you if it'll focus. Okay, it's not gonna focus right now, but I'll show you my little tabs. These are the colors I chose. I did like a blue, a peachy pale color, a hot brightish pink, and then like an orange. The way they look with the cover looks so freaking good. Look at this. Look how cute that looks. I need to buy new book tabs. All I have left are like grays and blues, and I like to match them with the cover as best as I can. So anyways, I started Daisy Hates, so this is definitely on my TBR to finish. All I want to do is read this book. Like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit in my bed and read this book because it is so good, but it will have to wait. Okay, next on my TBR is a book I've been putting off for so long, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I am finally gonna read this, and I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna bring this to read on the plane home, and I actually can't wait to start this series. Then, because I do think like a quick little book would be nice, I'm gonna pick up In 5 Years. I also really want to talk to my friend about this book, like after I read it. I love talking to people about books, so I'm gonna read this so I can tell her all about it. And I feel like this will also be a nice like quick book to read, so I'm excited for this one. Then I know I definitely want to pick up Yours Truly or Happy Ever After playlist. I'm just not sure which one. I doubt I'll have time this month to do both since it is going to be a busy month, but I want to pick up one of these because I love Abby Jimenez now, so we'll see which one. Next, I need to read Flawless. I just need to jump on whatever train this is because so many people love it. So I'm really excited to read this book. Like, I might have to pick this one up next. I can't wait. And I heard people say the second one's the best, so I can't wait to like read this and then read the second. And then the last book that I'm going to put on my TBR for this month, just because I am doing a little bit of a shorter one, is Ellie is Cool Now. I don't know why, but I just want to read this book so bad. Something about it, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I've never seen this book before, so I'm kind of excited. It's also like the author, or maybe the book. It says International Phenomenon on Wattpad, so I'm thinking maybe this was a Wattpad book, which I've read Wattpad books on Wattpad like back in the day, but I've never read a published Wattpad book, so I'm kind of excited. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I have a very pink and red TBR for the month, so that's kind of fun. That is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for bearing with me while I go through this very busy time. I will start posting book videos very soon. I promise you guys, I have some good things coming, and I cannot wait. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and yeah, I'm just so happy. Thank you guys. If you've read any of these, or if you want to read any of these, please let me know in the comments. And then of course, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you like me. It helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to be growing my little book family with you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon with another one. Bye.